Resources are the main thing in this game, where we need them to train troops, upgrade buildings, and research. The higher the level of your city, the more resources needed for further upgrades, as well as in training troops the cost will also increase, so definitely you will need more resources. There are many ways to get additional resources, and one of them is by creating a farm account. This is the most easy and free way to get resources. And you only need to spend a few minutes for each farm account every day. So now I'm going to give a guide about farm accounts, maybe more precisely how I play farm accounts, because some people may have less time or maybe more time to play, so there will be differences from there. Let's discuss from the most basic so that beginners are not confused. First, the step to build a farm account. Click on your account profile. Then click Account. After that, click New Game. After that, select the nation according to your main account. But before that, make sure your main account has been bind, because otherwise you will lose your account. And later, after you create a new account to farm, make sure the account has also been bind before moving to another account. There are 3 things to bind account. Namely email, Facebook, and Gmail. You can use all 3 at once or one of them, and if for a farm account, maybe one is enough, namely using Gmail. One Gmail account can bind 2 accounts at once. You can create as many as you want if you have time. But I only have 4 farm accounts and I think that's enough. I mean enough to take up my time, but if you have more time then you can create more accounts. Or if you don't have much time then you can build 2 farm accounts or at least 1, but of course less additional resources you get. How to build a farm account is the same as building a main account at the beginning of the game. You need to upgrade buildings to a certain level and train troops. But no need to train too many troops. Because the main goal is actually just to get daily rewards. Besides that, we can use the troops for gathering resources. From the daily reward, besides getting resources, we will also get some materials to strengthen the account, so if you can, you should try to finish it. And this is a routine thing that I always do. So our farm account will not be too weak, and maybe occasionally we can use it to help the main account in battle. And when the farm account gets attacked by other people, it can give more losses. And completing the daily reward is very easy, as you can see. It only takes a few things and can be done quickly. To get additional resources, we can use stamina to attack monsters and explore city ruins. From attacking monsters and explore city ruins, the resources will go into the bag, so it will be safe and can't be looted by others. As well as the resources in the mail, from the Alliance territory rewards. We will get this reward regularly every day, and the amount will increase if the Alliance area also increases, and if we pay attention to the level of the city also affects the amount of resources obtained, so the higher the level of the city, the number will also increase. These are stash resources, and never open these resources unless you are going to loot them and use them right away, as well as the resources in the bag. So as long as you don't open them, all these resources will be safe. Actually, there are many ways to get additional resources, such as one of them from events. Usually every event there must be a resource reward, and you can do it if you want. Honestly, I'm not too focused on events with farm accounts, only occasionally if I have free time. You can also get resources from commander skills. The amount you get depends on your resource building. The higher the level of your resource building, the more you can get, and you can use this commander skill once every 12 hours. The next most important thing, as we know some resources such as from daily rewards, gathering resources, commander skills, and also from building resources that will be open resources, including the resource sale at the depot. All of these resources are called open resources, and can be seen here. If your city is attacked, then these resources will be carried away if they exceed the capacity of the depot. And for resources like this, it's best to use them to upgrade buildings. So you don't have to loot it every day or always put up a shield so you don't get looted by others, because those resources will always be in excess of your depot's capacity. And if there is still excess, you can use for research. Don't think this is a waste of resources. Because you will never know, maybe one day you will need to increase it higher to fight like your main account, usually called a killer farm account, and so on. For resources that are still in excess of the depot's capacity and cannot be used anymore, you should send them to your main account. Actually, sending resources is a loss because half of it will be lost to taxes. But rather than bother looting only a few resources, and then being looted by someone else, then this is much better. For more details, you can check the depot capacity of your respective accounts. This amount is a limit that cannot be looted. So it's best to keep the amount of resources so that it doesn't exceed the depot's capacity, so someone will also be lazy to attack if they know they won't get resources from your account. Unless they want points from killing during a kill event, that's a different situation. But you don't have to be afraid and put up a shield during the kill event, as long as you don't have excessive resources. It's even better if someone attacks your farm account. This is an example when my farm account was attacked during a kill event. Besides getting points in the form of gold and others to heal, you will also get a battle power recovery mail that contains resources and recruitment speed ups. You can save it or use it to immediately heal troops. But I prefer to heal troops immediately. And this is the reward of the points earned. In my opinion, this is not a loss at all, even profitable. But you need to set the number of troops in your farm account, because if the number of troops is too small, then you will not get the mail that contains resources. For example, if you send troops gathering resources and only a few are left in the city, then you only lose a few troops. Automatically you will only kill a few opposing troops too, then it is meaningless and useless. But don't get too many troops either, because some of them will really disappear if they exceed the hospital's capacity, and some of them will go to the biochemical hospital. So it's important to keep the number of troops in your city, not too few and not too many. And the most important thing is not to exceed the capacity of the hospital and biochemical hospital. Usually I only maintain the number of troops for 2 fleets, and I think that's more than enough. And keep trying to slowly increase your farm account city. If there is enough gold to use the shield, then you can get some resources from gathering. For some lack, can use the resources in the bag, if your shield is almost over. But you should try not to use the resources in the bag if you can. And before that, use the resources from the quest first. So if we do something like hunting monsters, training troops, gathering, and especially upgrading buildings, we will complete the quest and get resource rewards, even gold too. So the resources we used before for upgrading buildings are not wasted and become savings. That's one of the benefits, and there are many other benefits, such as we can train troops with a higher level and produce more resources also from resource buildings. So if there are open resources from daily rewards, commander skills and daily gatherings, then it's better to use them to upgrade some buildings according to the amount of these resources, so you don't have to bother looting farm accounts every day for fear of being looted by others. And in upgrading buildings and training troops, try to complete daily quests first, because you can use them when needed. And keep doing it slowly until your farm account reaches at least level 20. If it can be faster, then better, especially if your main city has reached above level 22 and requires a lot of minerals to upgrade the city. So that's one of the other goals of upgrading a farm account, because as we know, in order to gather and open mineral resources from bags, the condition is that the city must be level 20. And meanwhile we can consider this mineral as a savings, but it would be better if we reach level 20 faster, because we can also gather, and help the main account faster too. To loot a farm account, it's best when the event is upgrading building or training troops, because usually at that time we will need a lot of resources, and that means once in 2 weeks. This is the total resources of the alliance status for 2 weeks, unfortunately only oil and food. Then the resources in the bag, usually I take them all out at once every event and loot them, and if there is an excess of resources then it will put up a shield until the kill event, but if you don't have a shield in stock then it's best to calculate the required amount and open it as needed before looting. This is the total resources that I usually generate from one farm account once every 2 weeks in this way. Before looting make sure to take out all troops first so you don't lose troops. Make sure there are no troops left. For biochemical zombies make sure you don't join defense city. Pay attention to the tick, if it was previously ticked then delete it first. After that you can loot safely without losing any troops at all. I hope this information is easy to understand and can help you play safer and develop faster. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Thank you for watching, see you.